The investigation took 9 months from the time the accusations were made. During that time, the alleged victim's father said the police gave very little information about how the investigation was going. The investigation concluded amid heightened publicity caused by the woman telling the media her side of the story. What explains the length of the probe?
Either something's happened that has led them to finish their investigation that we're not aware of, or they've been sitting on it for a long time, and finally, with all of the media that's been going out there, they decided to take a hot potato and throw it into the DA's court.
We are withholding the identity of the woman's father to protect her privacy. Now 18, the alleged victim was a high school girl who says she was gang raped by perhaps 5 men at an off-campus party near SDSU. She said she had been drinking and said she fell in and out of consciousness during the attack. The investigation has identified the alleged attackers as current and former members of the university's football team. Veteran criminal defense attorney Gretchen von Helms has followed the case. She says this was a difficult investigation with lots of evidence to examine.
So nowadays, it's not just you interview a witness and then you file charges. Nowadays, it's the forensic downloads, social media, the phone downloads, the DNA. So it's all more complicated than it used to be.
She said certain facts of the case also made it very tricky.
The young woman was intoxicated, highly intoxicated. And so she wasn't able to know who was assaulting her and what the people's phone numbers were, what their names were. She didn't know any of that. So they had to glean that through other witnesses that were at the party.
Former San Diego District Attorney Paul Finks told KPBS of another case from 1997 when he was DA, in which 3 San Diego State football team members were accused of rape. He said the investigation was not a good one, and contradictory evidence caused them to release all of the suspects. In today's very similar case, the woman's father said from the standpoint of the victim, the course of the investigation has been very frustrating.
One of the things that's been really difficult is having absolutely no control. My daughter has had no control from the time that this incident happened, no control over the investigation from San Diego State, from the San Diego Police Department, from the way that it has been portrayed in the press. When she turned 18, she finally decided that it was a good time for her to start to push back and, like I said, tell her side of the story. And I think it's been empowering for her.
Thomas Fudge, KPBS News.